Hello, my name is Brett Tutor. A lot of people call me Bubs, so either works for me. Where to begin? I grew up just outside of Austin, Texas, a town called Georgetown, and I grew up playing golf. I was ranked the #1 12-year-old golfer in the country, even though I can't play at all anymore, so kind of funny how that works. I also played baseball and football. I was a high school quarterback. I was a bartender, played in a band, I played electric guitar, and I'm still a songwriter for that band. Chase Dean, and but I just want a little bit more, something different. So me and a couple buddies, we moved to Hawaii, and where we tried to be cage fighters in Hilo, Hawaii, and didn't go so well really. It was an awesome experience, but we pretty much just got beat up every day by a bunch of big Hawaiians, and that was in Hilo, Hawaii. After that, I moved to Honolulu, and I worked for Oakley there. I did a little bit of carpentry work there, building decks and things like that. After that, I just decided I want something more in my life. I wanted to do something more. And I went to the Kibera slums of Kenya, Africa for a summer. And we helped build a school in these slums for these kids. And that's when I fell in love with construction. No doubt about it. I saw how much good you can do with it. And then after I read the book, 3 Cups of Tea, I really decided this is what I want to do. But not before I enlisted in the Air Force. I got into a special forces school called Pararescue. I was a platoon leader in basic. I ended up getting hurt in their training and got medically discharged, so it was a pretty short career, but it was a great experience. And after that, I moved to Bend, Oregon. I worked for Discovery Outfitters, and I was a whitewater rafting guide and a rock climbing guide for them. And we would take out troubled youth and take them rock climbing and camping and rafting for these 3-day trips and just kind of counsel them. And it was an amazing experience, and I loved every second of it. But ended up moving back to Austin and going to carpentry school, trade school here, and took a lot of classes on green building. And I just developed a strong passion for energy efficiency and for green building, and just using things that aren't common, you know, that are cheaper, that are more effective, more efficient, that can be reused, and something not only more practical, but something cheaper. And so I started working for a company called Energy Wise. We did some energy efficient remodeling, windows and things like that. I then started doing some carpentry work on my own. I started working for my grandpa, who is a builder and owns his home inspection business. And I became a home inspector, and I've done tons of home inspections with him over the past couple of years. I got my professional level home inspector's license, and I've been doing inspections for about 1.5 years now. And I love it. I love what I do, and I've also started getting into acting a little bit, but I can't get away from construction, so this is perfect for me. Another reason this is such a good opportunity for me is from what I learned about the show. It's about taking old junk and making it beautiful, and I think with me being broke my whole life and having to use old junk and then learning the carpentry skills that I have, I was able to do that, and I've done a whole lot of that for other people. But here's a couple things real quick that I did. Once for myself. This is a desk I built, real simple, but it is 100% recycled. For example, this glass was something my mom was throwing away. The base for it underneath we found at the trash can. These legs we found in a garage sale, and then these are all magazines that I had myself. All this MDF, the medium density fiberboard, was in my brother's garage, so it worked out pretty good. Here's a picture of when I was in Kenya, and these kids are amazing. And so someday I'd like to go back there and maybe build schools or something. This is a simple little coffee table I built for my mom for her outdoor patio. I stained her back porch, and she wanted something dark brown, some kind of concrete countertop. So I did this, and she wanted it to look really old. That's why we did it this way. Oh, these are heavy. So about the base, we tapered the legs out of just some 2x4s that we found in the construction site trash dump. So legs are tapered, and then we did mortise and tenon joints. So I love doing stuff like this. I've done it my whole life, and I would love to do it full time if I could. So thank you very much for the opportunity. Kenzie, what's going on? What is going on here? Explain yourself.
Give me a little bit of a break. I just moved in, and I'm poor as it gets.
Okay, well guys, if you didn't know, this is Mackenzie. It's my little sister, and what are you in school for, little sister?
Interior design.
Interior design, yeah. All right, Miss Interior Designer, what is this? Explain yourself. What's going on?
Well, I have nowhere to put my clothes.
Okay.
Nowhere to put my bed.
See that?
Kind of just proud to have one at the moment.
Okay, starting small.
And then, I put a little decorative touch on the wall.
Yeah, so Christmas lights got to go first. Yeah, they looked really good in December, and seeing as how it's not December anymore, it's starting to look like a nightclub in here. All right, so let's start with design. Design-wise, you're the designer. What do you want? What kind of ideas do you have?
Well, I've been studying rustic Italian in Italy, and I just fell in love with it. I have a whole bunch of antiques that Mom gave me that I got to put to use, so what can I do with that?
All right, love it. Rustic Italian's awesome. So what we're going to do is, instead of the normal, boring, everyday white drywall that you see everywhere you go, we're going to throw some texture in there. For example, this wall right here. We're gonna keep it light because it's such a small room. We want to keep it with that open look. That's what light colors do. And we're going to texture. We're going to try on, but instead of Venetian plaster, which is about $35 for 1 gallon, and it only comes in a very few amount of colors, we're going to use joint compound from drywall. And so we're going to put that on there, and then you can paint it any color we want. So what we're going to do is keep that a light brown. We're going to trim all this out, make a really cool headboard in dark brown. We're going to have some huge curtains to contrast the two to cover up this window. And then on this wall, we're going to do brick all the way down. And we're going to have some really awesome Italian artwork going too. Okay, and then for this wall, which I'm really excited about, is I've been in the attic. It's engineered trusses, and this is actually not a load-bearing wall. So we're going to take this whole puppy down, and we're going to do, instead of your normal drywall like we talked about, this is actually going to be one huge bookshelf all the way through.
Oh.
Yeah, but instead of your normal clean lines for a bookshelf, it's going to be different size cubbies all over.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And all those Italian cookbooks that you have, all the pictures you have, and we'll make a cool little wine rack in it too, so you can get away from this look. And we won't tell Mom about that. But since there are only 2 rooms in the house, when you want some privacy, we're going to put these huge, really cool shades that contrast with dark wood on slides, on tracks on the bottom, so you can close it at night and lock it when you want to.
Oh, cool.
All right, so storage. Let's talk about storage. Clothes are everywhere. So what we're going to do here, we're going to build you a bed frame.
Thank you.
You know, like a grown-up, and lift it up. But then underneath it, we're going to put everything on track, so you can slide these drawers out, put all your shoes underneath it and everything. It's going to be really cool. We're also going to build you a desk over here. It's going to be the same wood, reused wood that we're going to trim out this with. We're going to build you a cool little headboard. But we're also going to build you a desk that folds up and you can store stuff underneath there too.
Very nice.
In your bathroom, you got a huge bathtub, but it's such a small place. We're going to take up the bathtub, travertine just a stand-up shower, and then use that extra space for a real closet. So you can store all this stuff instead of having it out right next to your bed. But first things first, Christmas lights got to go.
Fine.
All right, so get your butt out of here, and we're going to get started, and it's going to look awesome. It's
I'm
going
so
to look really cool.
excited.
So in no time, you're going to have an Italian, rustic, Venice, Florence. It's going to feel like you're in a whole different country. So you guys tune in, and you just wait, okay? It's going to be the coolest version of Italy you've ever seen in Texas. So me and my dog Moose here, we just wanted to say how much we appreciate the opportunity to do this, and to be honest, it means more to him than I think it does to anybody. So you know, you don't want to break his heart. We both really appreciate it, and hope to see you very soon. Thanks again.